and giving instruction as though they are the men in this country. And we have 30 men and women here that holds a job that nobody has. Yeah, to take critical decisions and do critical thinking on behalf of our people. And you find one small man in the corner insulting us. You know why he pays to come and be a senator here? One small man in the corner will just sit there and insult you and go and intimidate it anytime. And I can't be a couple of jobs, but that can affect man. There are laws that govern this state. And if you are caught in that net, you should be punished for it. You should be punished for it. I strongly believe, yes, that person, I don't know him in particular, I owe nothing against him, but the fact that he followed the code of conduct and he has violated, he shouldn't go immediately. Even if you're working in Great Montgomery, you should come and we should set precedent. For our own, not before, we have to set precedent. If they require that he come before us for due process, then of course, if it doesn't require the executive, more especially Senator Bani, you represent the executive here. Yes, I'm talking to him also. Remember, he needs to understand that, Lord, you have a critical role to play because the executive attacking the Senate. All the time, senators are complaining here. Nobody has attacked me, but senators have been complaining here that executive members are attacking them. And then you need to inform us or take some action or encourage the executive to take some action. If not, then we fight for ourselves by bringing them here and charging for some contempt and put them in jail, even if it is 1 hour. So you have to respect for us. But every time you find one senator complaining, the other executive member have insulted us, the other person have insulted us, and we laugh about it, and everybody go home. And it continues to happen. This is a bad precedent that we are setting, and we must change it now, not later than now. Thank you.
Boy. Sir, thank you. Pro tem, distinguished senators, I want to thank Senator Snow for raising this issue on other matters. The pro tem is unfortunate, very, very unfortunate, that 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, all of us that helped to bring this government to power saw what drugs issued in this country. And Samuel Nangwe, who happened to be one of those that served honorably as a national campaign manager, and that did all the different ratings on the Kush issue, on all the drugs-related issues. And we had it on placards everywhere we went. We began to question this Senate about our stand on interrogating officials that are handling this drug matter on behalf of the Liberian people. It's just unfortunate. And the Liberian people will begin to lose confidence in all of us. For the fact that today, when you are not in chair or when you are not in power, you say all the worst. Then when you are there, when the issue that you propagate on positively in the interest of the Liberian people comes back in your administration, then you tend to pay blind eyes and start to question people who have constitutional authority to even ask a judge what you think. That's our oversight responsibility. And I think, Pro Tem, honor your watch. We should not be allowed to be told this is what the rescue mother ran campaign on. And today, people in your own government trying to question or gabble. We should not be allowed to be carried in history in a negative way. I think it's about time. Zambia was not outside of this country, but we ran campaign. He was from us. He knows exactly what we told the Liberian people. And for him to be now the guy sitting on social media and questioning a $19 million drug. That's not a small thing in this country. And you're questioning us? I think it's unfortunate. And it is happening at the right time. Honor your gavel. Because I know what you took to get this government where it is today. And for somebody to question the gavel, and and that person was part of that thing, I think we should set a classic example. Classic example. I am not. I'm encouraging you. Classic example on this thing. So I want to thank him. He's not a different person. He's not somebody that was outside. He was not somebody in the diaspora sitting there. He was right here with us in all of the different activities. He was on the propaganda team. So he knows exactly what we said. And when we are defending what we said in here to protect the Liberian people's interests, I think he can't be the one to question our authority. I want us to take it very serious and let us approach it so that we set an example. We can't be here when we're in opposition, we say the first thing. Then when we come to power, something that we campaigned against yesterday, then we start to sugarcoat it to question people that want to dig deep into some of the things that happen. I think it's unfair to the Liberian people. We can't purpose that. Thank you.
No MOU agreement. Senator Daba Fabla, followed by Deacon Smith. Thank you very much, Protem, for your leadership on this issue, and thank you, Senator Smith, for bringing this up. You see, as we started discussing the issue, my mind went back to 2024. It is not just now or Sam or Nangwe, whoever he is, that is attacking us for doing our job, and not just us. But a pattern that I have seen in Liberia, I think it's a disservice to the very executive that they claim to be saying. When you look at the Ministry of Information and you consider the mandate of that ministry, I think currently they are operating outside that mandate. For the number of times that officials within that ministry will stand up at the podium intended to educate the Liberian people on the good work that this government is doing, to provide information about development and key government policies, and divert to attacking individuals who views different. It's not fair. And we cannot continue to just discuss it. We have to take a stand because we have authority to take a stand. We have that authority. And I say it without any reservation. This is my government any day. United Party is my party any day. But when individuals' behavior do not conform to the values of that institution, we are under obligation to speak up. This is not helping us. It's undermining some of the very things we say we're going to come and straighten up. There are a lot of things going on that they can speak about. But to attack people for doing their work, when someone throws a job somewhere, they come by, take the government time and be responding to every Tom, Dick, and Harry instead of giving us those information that we need as a country. It doesn't represent them well. And I think I agree that the executive will actually have to take a stand on this and engage the presidency to see how the executive can be called to order. Otherwise, we'll continue going around this. There are many members of this Senate that have complained and nothing happened. So they believe it's a pattern and we cannot do anything. So under your leadership, we have to stand. Whether our brothers, that our party is wrong today, it was wrong yesterday, it will be wrong tomorrow. Thank you. Sarah Deacon Smith.
Where you resign?
I'm not protected.
Yeah. Run to the highway.
You know, Madam Pro Tem, one thing that this government will survive. Any attempt for the government to fail on the fight against drugs, the government finish. Because, as Senator Moise said, the United Party campaign elevated the issue of drugs. And every day we have propagandists in the street capturing children that were even cutting the iron poles. And today on our watch, you think when they joined security came, and I asked them now 2 questions. It was just a mistake. 2 simple questions. The first one was, is that true that $19 million worth of drugs were arrested? And he said yes. And I said, where? And he said, RIA. Up to today, and then the Senate, as part of your constitutional responsibility, pick on the issue. And then somebody is throwing jabs. My position is clear, and I support my colleagues that have been saying it. As part of our resistance, as part of the collective fight against drugs in the country, anybody who put themselves in that line of attack, they must be attacked. So that nobody will just be standing on the show and be throwing jabs. The fellow who made a statement, the Senate must duly inform the executive that he has gone above his work, and the Senate, I urge the Senate to keep its eye on the ball. All these things, they are distractions. Any attempt for the joint security to sweep the issue of the drugs under the carpet, that close to 1 month, no arrest. All the sad statements, they are not punishment. Whatever we need, they keep the eyes on the ball. The Liberian people appreciated what you did here last week. Permanent citizens. Some of them called and said, thank you. Not giving us hope. That people will not just take the issue of drugs, people will enrich themselves on it at the detriment, at the insanity of the society. Other people are commending. They appreciated what you did here last week for bringing the national security architecture of the country, putting it on camera to tell the Liberian people where we are. Any other little schemes here and little plots there, yes, we should handle them, but we should keep our eyes on the ball. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Amar Conan. Senator Ellis, no, please.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. I will be very brief as we debate Senator Snow's complaint against Mr. Nangbe. As we debate now, Mr. Nangbe continues his attack on the Senate on social media. Just 11 minutes ago, and we've been debating for over 11 minutes, he attacked Senator DeLong's position on when he called for the judge who released Mr. Michael Brown allegedly should be invited here and questioned and look into possible impeachment. He attacks him. This is what we are talking about here. And I'm happy to see the resolve of senators to take action finally on this behavior. Look, to our colleagues in the executive branch, nobody wants to see any government of a struggling country to fail. Governance is like a football game, watching a World Cup game now. You got offense and defense. The regime supporters are pushing to score. The opposition is defending in the spirit of making things better. So when people have different views, like Senator Daba said, and you see it as wrong, and then you just attack, that's okay outside there. But we're in the Senate. We have a responsibility to provide oversight over the executive and to the judiciary, like somebody said. And this is what we get all the time. I just wanted to share with you that as we debate this issue, Mr. Samuel Nangbe continues his attack on the Liberian Senate. Thank you.
Right now? Okay. Anybody else? All right, so we'll take a motion on this. We'll take anybody else? Samuel Taylor, yeah. Want to do the motion? You want to say something, Senator Quick? So, motion by Samuel Taylor.
Okay, and please, after hearing or listening to all of our colleagues, I move that the guy in question talking about Samuel Nangbe and the CSA boss come here on Thursday before the committee of the whole to answer to us as to their actions, and the plenary will take the necessary decision on that day concerning them.
Then you can tell the Senate it's wrong.
I move that Samuel Nangbe and the CSA board appear before the committee of the whole. I move that Samuel Nangbe and the CSA board come before the committee of the whole on Thursday to answer to us as to their action on the Facebook and other media. If I can think the second.
It has been moved and seconded that Sam Nangbe and of the RREA, Josiah Joka of the CSA, appear before the Senate on Thursday to answer to these allegations that have been discussed here. Are you ready to vote? On readiness, Senator Topo.
My President, distinguished Senator, for the movement, Senator Taylor of Grand Cape County, I'll be ready to vote. We will consider that they appear before the Committee on Executive, your conduct, and then the Committee on Executive report to plenary. It will then accept that for the first step. Thank you.
With that, Claire, are you ready to vote?
Ready.
All in favor say yea. Again. Please send a communication out today, anytime, Thursday, 11 o'clock. Motion to adjourn. All in favor say yea. All right, this word and pleasure.
Madam Pro Tem, colleagues, having listened to the reading of communication and engrossed bill from the House of Representatives seeking the concurrence of the Senate on 4 propositions, I move, if I can obtain a second, that the first proposition that has to do with the issue of the executive law entitled 12 of the Liberian Code of Law revised be sent to the Committee on Judiciary, and that the one that has to do with public authorities law also to judiciary, and the one that has to do with the African Convention goes to the Committee on Foreign Affairs, and then lastly, the one that has to do with Section 5.1, Section 5.2 also go to the Committee on Judiciary for proper review and subsequently revert to us for final decision. If I continue a second.
We've already restated our motion. Are you ready to vote? All right, Senator Nukwe.
Yes, Madam Pro Tem, distinguished colleagues, I will be ready to vote if the moving will accept that since the President submitted to us an amendment to the.
Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on your location where you're following us from. Next time, we'd like to say welcome to BKS TV and welcome to the Heat Tower program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Tower, we see dialogue in our confrontation, we see words and bullets. Today is the 7th day of the 7th month, AD 2026, and this is how we like to welcome you to the Tuesday edition of the Heat Tower show here on BKS TV. My name is Junior Pin, your regular host of the Heat Tower program. And of course, in tonight's edition of the show, we'll basically be discussing sports, as our guest is a sport enthusiast and also a player of the game. He joined us here tonight on the show as we'll be discussing Lone Star, Liberia football, international football, and all other questions surrounding football here this evening too as well. The show, as always, is being relayed on Voice of BKS in Buto Town, Nema County, and also on Voice of Tapeta in Tapeta City, Nema County. Well, a lot has been happening across Liberia. Let's try to see if we can bring you some of the updates across Liberia today as we go on with today's edition of the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. In the major headlines, the House of Representatives Committee is set to review 2 loan agreements for 2026 draft budget. And now in details here, we'll bring you a short detail of this news before we go to other stories. The House of Representatives have instructed its Joint Committee on Ways, Means and Finance and Judiciary to review 2 loan agreements intended to finance part of Liberia's 2026 budget deficits. According to a release issued by the House of Representatives Press Bureau, plenary took the decision based on a communication submitted by President Joseph Yuman Boakai on Tuesday, July 7, 2026, during its 17-day sitting. The committees have been mandated to report their findings before the 17th, allowing the plenary to proceed with ratification in a timely manner too as well. Well, still updates here across Liberia. Grand Kitmore County Senator David Vaplet has criticized the Ministry of Information, accusing it of moving away from its core responsibility. We'll bring you more details of that story here this evening as the show unfolds. The CB Double Hospital has converted its conference hall into a temporary emergency ward after a sharp increase in patients caused by the ongoing strike at the Phoebe Hospital. The hospital's administrator, Enoch Morris, says the hospital 102 functional beds are full, with the facility now treating nearly twice its normal number of patients. The Student Unification Party has endorsed Stan's planned July 17 nationwide protest, citing worsening economic hardship, unemployment, and the rising cost of living condition in Liberia. The House of Representatives Speaker Honorable Nangbe Kong welcomes Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala back to Liberia from diaspora mission. He reaffirms unity among the leaders. We'll bring you more details of the story here this evening as the show unfolds. The chairman of STAN, Moruba Molu, is calling for the suspension of several government officials as investigation continues into the reported 19.2 million cocaine seizure in Liberia. And also in the major headlines for today, House of Representatives review proposal to print 79 billion to replace damaged banknotes and address currency shortage in Liberia. Senator Edwin Melvin Snow and Senator Amara Conning call for an independent probe into the 19.2 million cocaine case, demanding full accountability. A 13-year-old boy reportedly been killed in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County by disadvantaged youths commonly known as Zogos. Away from Liberia, Ghana postpones South Africa President Cyril Ramaphosa visit amid tension over anti-migrant protests and diplomatic concern as well. Well, that's it here this evening on the Updates Across Liberia. We try to bring you some of the details here this evening. But as you may be aware, the Liberia National Police have charged few handful of people, 5% to be specific, and forwarded them to court in connection with the 19.2 million drug case. Now, I have a lot to say on that issue, but let me try to bring you some updates about it, and then we can start discussing it here this evening before our guests join us in the studio. Again, if you just joined us here this evening, you are listening to the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we see dialogue and not confrontation. We see words and not bullets. Still here this evening, and my name is Junior Payne. Tell us in the comment section where you're watching us from, and let's be able to recognize you too as well. CEO Alvin Seka Sr. is watching us this evening. Mr. Aloshos Alexander Tente Jr. is also following the show here this evening too as well. So one of those charged, GLS Operation Manager Paul King, was charged in the 19.2 million drug case. Let's bring you a detail of this. The Ministry of Justice Special Investigation Team has charged Paul Jamel King, Operation Manager of Global Logistics Services, with multiple drug trafficking offenses following the discovery of suspected cocaine concealed in 6 boxes at the Rabat International Airport. According to police charge sheet dated July 6, which was yesterday, King faces charges including unlicensed importation and exportation of controlled drugs, illegal transportation and possession of controlled substance, illicit trafficking, criminal conspiracy, criminal facilitation, and criminal solicitation. Now, investigators allege that on June 5, 2026, King arranged the shipment of 6 buses through RIA for export to Europe. During routine screening, airport security detected suspicious images on X-ray scan, prompting officials to set the cargo aside for further inspection. Now, a physical examination conducted on June 7 allegedly uncovered a white powder substance suspected to be cocaine inside one of the boxes. Authorities say King later instructed company representatives to seek the release of the shipment and admitted deleting WhatsApp messages containing contact number linked to the cargo. Now, investigation also alleged that King directed his housemaid to release 2,150 and then the boxes to associate for delivery to the airport before he reportedly left Liberia. The Ministry of Justice also alleged that the operation formed part of an organized transnational drug trafficking network involving several individuals who remain at large. King was arrested on July 4, 2026 and remains charged pending court proceeding. Now, here is what makes it a little bit complicated. At the beginning of this entire seizure, almost all the suspects, persons of interest, were in Liberia. The Ministry of Justice and all other relevant authorities said the case being a transnational crime case, they cannot rush with, declaring people as suspect, but they are persons of interest, so they still remain persons of interest until further investigation. Shockingly, at the time they were ready to charge these people, some of them are at large. They are nowhere to be found. And what is so disheartening in all of this is that when you talk about a transnational case or transnational crime, you are talking about something that has to do with different jurisdiction. Different countries are involved. But what the Ministry of Justice failed to show to the Liberian people and all of us Liberians is that not a single individual name was called from another country. The Ministry of Justice cannot tell the Liberian people where this cocaine came from. The Ministry of Justice cannot tell the Liberian people when this cocaine arrived in Liberia. And the only thing they can tell us is that Paul King deleted WhatsApp messages that had people contacts. How is it that you told the Liberian people you were working with, other nationals? You were working with your partners to ensure that you have a solid evidence in order to prosecute these people. Now, with all of the things they are mentioning here, I don't know why it would take nearly 1 month before you declare Mr. Paul as a suspect. You kept him as person of interest for that very long period of time. And now you're telling the Liberian people that he deleted WhatsApp messages. That's a negligence on your part. And that's a negligence on all of us Liberian part, because we kept quiet. We didn't move up. We sit in our corners to speak about this. We never went on the streets to protest for accountability. We didn't do it. Now, people who are connected to these things, some of them are at large. Where do we find them? If you're talking about transnational crime, at least by this hour, the Ministry of Justice should be telling the Liberian people that we have extradited 3 to 4 persons from outside of Liberia who are linked to this entire case. Because that's the belief that you gave to the Liberian people. That's why you told the Liberian people, this is a transnational crime. So yes, indeed, we are working with our counterparts. We are working with our partners to see how best we can get to the root of this thing. But after nearly 3 weeks, you're coming up to say the person received the cargo, they sent it to the airport. When it was detected, the person said no. If I bring it, tell them to send it back. The person went on to delete WhatsApp messages. But you cannot extradite a single person when you already told the Liberian people it was a transnational crime. Therefore, you cannot rush it. In my mind, I was thinking like, okay, yeah, we're waiting for extradition. We're waiting so that people be extradited to Liberia so that they can face the full weight of the law. Nothing of such has happened. CEO, let me welcome you to the show here this evening. It's great to have you. Welcome. How you doing, Chief?
I'm doing good. Your Oma in the kitchen here, blending, fixing GB stuff. And that's why I keep going it back. But tonight we'll be hosting my own big brother, Nestor, a son of Nimba. Tonight we'll be having discussions around everything, The man was a former Lone Star player. He's a very good guy, wealth of knowledge, and we'll be learning a lot from him tonight. So I look forward to hosting him. He's stuck in traffic, so he will be joining us here shortly. But I want to say thanks to all of you for staying there with us. Thanks to our followers, everyone following us tonight, and as you always do, we appreciate that. I hear you talking about the ongoing that drugs, the $19 million drugs thing that was seized at RIA. Before our guests come on, I have not personally talked about it because of some issues, but I think that's something that should draw everyone's attention. It's not just a political issue. This is a national issue, and people should not politicize it. This is something serious business, serious thing that affects a lot of people. There are so many Liberians that are affected by drugs. If you check them all, Liberia is a small country. The population is very small. Everyone in that small country knows each other, and I can guarantee you probably know someone that has been impacted by this whole drugs thing. So I don't think it's a political issue. I think it's a national thing that it also has a national security implication, as well. So people should avoid blending that with politics and let the security, the folks that are in charge of the investigation, let them continue to do their work, and we urge them to do it and make it as transparent as possible, independent as well, and also it should be timely. It should not just be your regular Liberian thing, because people fail to realize that this goes beyond just Liberia. It's not your regular Liberia thing. This has the propensity to tarnish our reputation out there, the country image as a whole when it comes to this. So drugs thing, it affect people around the world, and people don't take that lightly. From an international perspective, it's a big deal. The country we live in doesn't mess with it when it comes to drugs. Even our current president, in as much as he considered or he termed like Africa as whatever country when it comes to the fight against drugs, he doesn't play with it. It's something that he doesn't joke with. So I personally, my view is I urge the folks who are investigating this to be transparent, to also do it in a timely manner. One thing that people should also note is that no one should be presumed guilty just from rumor or anything like that. You should wait till there are actual evidence to prove that the law comes and say John Doe is guilty of X, Y, Z, and then before we start going there. But trying to just throw people under the bus because of political affiliation or political stuff, it undermines the nature or the true intent of the investigation. I think people should allow folks to do their investigation. Make sure that the folks that are doing the investigation too should know that the world is watching. Everybody's watching us. They might think that they are doing it in Liberia, but the whole world is watching, and this will have a huge implication on future things. So I urge that people remain calm and also listen. But when you look at the impact,
Don't you think that they being kind, Liberian people being kind, them not protesting or not demanding answers, have led to this case being downplayed by the Ministry of Justice?
when I say
Because
calm,
they,
when I say
they,
calm,
go ahead.
no, when I say calm, I'm referring. No, people have all right to ask that government to act. People have all right to demand thorough and speedy investigation. They have all right to do that. When I say calm, I'm referring more to the politicians, those that are trying to.
How will you rate the way the Ministry of Justice and its partners have been handling this case, how would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think they have made a lot of mistakes from the start. You made one of the points there when they first started doing the investigation. They said they had, I think the LDA boss came and said they had people of interest, and they were not going to rush to call names. They were not going to rush to do arrests. But it turns out that I think the people of interest also have left the country, most of them, from what we've been gathering. So I think it fell flat. The because of the politicization of everything, everybody keeps trying to something. But if I were to rate it from the scale of 1 to 10, I think I would rate it at 3, because they have not been doing well for the people, And also, I think, regardless of your status, regardless of your position, regardless of whoever you are, government official, if the name is implicated and the security find reasons to investigate, and your name is involved in that, I think they should investigate regardless of who you are, towards to the further as they can go, as long as it's done in a transparent way, void of politics, and just real course of action, transparent stuff. They should go after anybody that is involved in this. So to answer your question, I think if I were to rate them, I would put it at 3. They have fallen flat from the beginning.
The case have been categorized as national security case, or it has national security implication. I really want to ask this question to so many people. When one talk about national security implication, what does that mean? How can that be interpreted? And how do we narrow it down to this particular case? Now, we're speaking of a drug that entered the country. The DEA, the Liberian National Police, and all other security authorities or security institutions in Liberia had zero clue, zero intel as to how these drugs arrived in Liberia. The Liberian National Police, through the Ministry of Justice, they charged Paul King. In the charge sheet provided by the Liberian National Police CEO, you will now see where this drug came from. Even if a preliminary investigation, the person had not confessed to you, but if you say you're working with your international partners, they should be able to give you a lead as to where this thing came from. Let's find it from there. How many times have they been using Liberia as a transit point? Or the cocaine is actually being produced in Liberia, and we're lying that it's a transnational crime? A lot of implication to this thing. What if the X-ray scan at the RIA wouldn't have detected anything? And the only reason why the X-ray scan detected something was because the packages were above its usual weight limit that was on the paper. So if the weight limit was the same, this cargo was going to leave Liberia.
Yeah.
DEA has no intel. LMP has no intel. Immigration has no intel. All the security institutions have zero intel about this thing. How do we classify as national security implication?
I think what is it, the national security implication there, I don't know, when it comes to this type of big deals, these drugs thing, they're not small thing. $19 million, it's a lot of money. And I just wonder, you don't know how many they had before, how many has already passed through there. And these are all organized crime stuff, right? So they got a propensity to do so many things. They can even destabilize the country. Money can do a lot. So when they say national security implication, that's where they're coming from. Those guys can use money to destabilize the country, to just be blunt, if they want.
And the shocking thing about this, CEO, I'm not cutting you off. When the House of Senate invited those different institutions to appear before them and listen to the hearing, and they asked the Ministry of Justice, they asked someone that was representing the Ministry of Justice, are you aware of the 50 million drug case? Yes. Are you aware about the 100 million drug case? Yes. And they asked her, can you give us a detail or a short summary of how that investigation was handled? And the person said, I was not there at that time. I was not in the high table, so I cannot give details. This is not the first time, CEO. We're talking about almost the third or fourth time now that huge consignment of cocaine has been arrested or seized in Liberia. So there is no pattern as to how they have always handled this case. There is no appropriate pattern for them. Doing the 100 million drug case, this is the same thing they did. Pressing your interest, flee the country. They flew the country and they went outside. Up till today, no one knows whether a single individual was prosecuted. Today, again, we're seeing the same thing. You have more than 10 persons as pressing your interest. And you say you have 5 persons escape. You only indicted 5 persons.
And that's why I
This
think
is-
the way in which they handle it in terms of the suspect. I brought this up last time. Our brother Connie was here when I brought out the discrepancy when it comes to treating suspect. The way they treated Bucky Raw was completely different than the way they treating the other guys. If you look at even the Paul King man, the man guy live, Ghana must go back. Man, just chilling, taking your own time. He's not being treated like the way they treated the other guy. They probably rated him. But overall, it's a for me personally, I think it's not a political issue. It's a very serious issue. Our young people are being, impacted by drugs thing. I don't care who you are. It's something that is very scary. You got to be very careful of it. And our country, our small country, that trying to bounce back. Liberia will finish that then to add drug stuff to it. It's just not a good. It's not a good thing for our country. And I hope that the investigation is done thoroughly, and then they try to put stop to it going forward. But yeah, our guest is stuck in traffic. We will be hosting here soon. Hopefully, he joins us here for us to continue our conversation. But yeah, that drugs thing is serious. We hope that the investigation is done thoroughly. One thing I can say for sure is this is not just a regular Liberian. Maybe it's been happening before. This one alarm has blown, and the international community is very, very interested in this. You can tell that, because if they were not, this would have gone down a long time ago. The reason you're seeing the men coming in, saying this and that, because of the pressure that is on there right now. If it were not so, it would have been a done deal long time ago. But I can tell you for sure that the men, the people got interest in that case, and they will try to pursue it. They try to put pressure on the investigator to do more.
Thank you so much, CEO. Before we go for a short musical break here, you witnessed the game between Egypt and Argentina. Give us your take about that game.
They cheated Egypt. That's the sad thing about FIFA. FIFA is a corrupt organization that continues to hail Messi. They want Messi to win. They want Messi to be mini God. They want Messi to win another title, and then they will say, Messi won 2 championships. Messi is the GOAT. Messi is. No, don't get me wrong. He's. I think he's the greatest player on earth. I think so. I think he's. I think when you compare it, he's the greatest to play the game, hands down. But the way in which they are doing it is bad. They cheated Egypt today so bad that it changed the momentum. The ref never knew what he was doing. You could tell that they were just cheating for them to win. They stole the game from Egypt. Look at the goal they cancel. You cannot cancel goals like that. Something that happened way in the back there, and then the ref saw it, he left it. VAR not supposed to go that far. That's not the intent of VAR, because you can't do that. That VAR is supposed to be used up close when there's a close decision, up close. But now when somebody go from their own 18-yard and then they go all the way and go score, and then you go get Messi, you go there, and then crying, like, damn, Messi. So I think that's terrible for Africa. That's terrible. Shame on FIFA. I think FIFA has made 2 terrible mistakes in this whole tournament. One of them was restoring that American Pigeon red card. I think that was not necessary. Call a man, Trump call. He said he told the man, Messi know the game. That was a horrible call. And then from there, they restored. That was one big mistake they made. And the second one is this Messi thing. Argentina should have been going home by now. But Messi plays in Miami, so the American.
But don't you think too that Egypt started to neglect the game at the second half in the 50, 60 minutes. Don't you think so?
Yeah, the minute that regardless of that, they cheated them. So they cheated them 3 goals. The guys scored, and the minute took one away from that. So even though Egypt neglected the game, they had their own fault there. I mean, they were playing Argentina now. Argentina, you got Messi, and then the pressure was on them. So they were tired, and they started trying to defend. But that doesn't mean that you should cheat them. That goal they took from them, that was a terrible move by the ref. And I can guarantee you that Egypt will foul. And you remember they also did the same thing to what they got Mo Salah
Mhm.
when he was in the box. The same thing, they kick him, and it was a penalty, but he never called it. But he went to go call the one that happened way in the back over there that resulted to go. That was just bad. I think it was terrible. They wanted Egypt to win, the Argentina to win so bad, and they did everything. So yeah, tomorrow we're supposed to be hosting our Neymar Kante's sister, Moriah Yakula. She's going to be our guest tomorrow. So it's going to be great. I think now the highest ranking ANC official that will be hosting so far. We look forward to having a wonderful show on Wednesday, and then we got a guest on Thursday as well. We're hoping that our guest join the Moreover traffic, giving a people hot, and the Bobby from this side, he's not from over there, so he's in Liberia and he's stuck in traffic, but he should be joining us here shortly. But for my
Thank
take,
you.
I think the man they cheated Egypt. They won.
Thank you. Me and Chum, we know the game very well.
Yeah,
The game was,
they know the game.
but I think so far so good. In my opinion, FIFA have made 2 terrible mistakes so far. One of them has to do with the game between Paraguay and that of France. I think that game was not fair. That game was toxic, especially from the side of Paraguay. But the referee did nothing to cool those tension down. And then the second one has to do with the record that was overturned by FIFA. I don't know,
Yeah,
Balogua or who. That
yeah.
record was not something to be overturned. And the way in which they did it, at least it could have been filed by maybe the coaches or the technical staff who have filed a complaint, and then we will know that they are discussing football. But then the president call you, you go to review it, and then you overturn the record. Say the president will play, you brought up different articles, blah blah blah, and
Me,
that's it.
I wanted to beat them. I can't lie to you. Rooting against the everybody said it.
So, and the worst thing about it when I was watching the game last night from my end, they got it overturned the record, but he played nothing. In my
No,
opinion, he played
no.
nothing.
Come on now. I know when you do things and I can have like, come on. Yeah,
Yeah,
he did that.
he played absolutely nothing. He has played very well for the previous game, but the one last night, I think he played nothing. Today game, Egypt started the game very well. I don't know why, but I think the same neglection that Senegal had during the second half was the same thing that Egypt tried to do. I don't know whether they were overexcited around the 60 to 60 something minute. I don't know. But again, there were some flaws that was in the game that I thought that the referee could have taken decision on them, but he didn't. Should I say they are favoring Messi? Well, other people will say that, but in my opinion, I think these things happen sometime in the game. But EJ had almost 30% chance at the 60 minutes of winning the game already, but then they let it slide from them. In this kind of situation, I'm not someone that really play the game, or I don't even witness the game that much. But I think they could have defended their 2 goals and just call it a night and qualify for
So
the next
the thing about the game,
competition.
right? The game got momentum switch, right? So when you're playing a game, when you're in that moment and you score a goal, especially when you are about to close out, and then they make that type of call, and you are playing big brother. You're not playing that kind of small person, right? So mentally, you got a psychological impact on you. So that's what happened to Egypt, right? And then Egypt, if you watch the game from the start, you will notice that Egypt really never had any striking style. They were always counter attack that they had. Most of their counter attack, that 3 goals they scored, everything came from counter. So they were not really able to force or press and have some serious offensive build up from the midfield, play and go score. They never had that. So it was like lucky ticket thing. So that little luck they got, you took it from there. And then the momentum switched. As soon as the men scored the second goal, actually the first goal, everyone knew that.
The first goal, because the second goal came fast.
Yeah.
The second goal actually came fast. It was from the first goal. Because the second goal was the first goal was like almost in the 80 minutes, and the second goal came in at 84 or 83 minutes, somewhere between there. So it was like very fast thing. I really played.
Where you disagree on the minute they cheated at the beginning, they cheated Egypt. So there was no question about it. Even the guy that was doing the commentary, even the guy, one guy that he's this expert on the doctor who came, he said the same thing. All of them were shocked that they took that goal away from Egypt. So it's sad. It's a sad day for football. It make the whole tournament sad looking weak now because of the way they cheated Egypt. If you're gonna beat them, let it beat the man fairly. You can't go cheat them. You should not have taken that goal from them. If they had left that goal there in place, Egypt were going to beat Messi, and that crying, he was crying. You were going to cry more than that. But it hurts when you play the game and the result turns out to be decided by the referee instead of the game. It's not correct. So now you can't compare Egypt with Senegal's situation. Senegal, they slept on and said, they didn't correct. They were up 2 and they let a minute come back. But Egypt actually fought, defended, but you can't defend for 90 minutes. Yeah, so our goal was for them to steal that game from them and then just beat Argentina. But they could not defend for 90 minutes. You can't defend 90 minutes. Something will happen. You get tired, and that's what happened to them.
Thank you very much. We have 3 minutes up to 9 o'clock in Liberia, making it 2 minutes now up to 9 o'clock. We'll go for a quick musical break. But before we do that, let's recognize those of you watching us here this evening. Ralph D. Wilson is following us here this evening from Bleeman, Electoral District 9, Nema County. Aloysius Alexander Teinte. Aloysius is a partner now to us. He's not a follower. This is like a partner. Jarus Kato Jr. is also watching us this evening from Lugua Port of Entry. Jarus, good evening. Welcome to the show here this evening. It's great to have you. Jarus say he agreed with you, CEO. Surely Egypt was cheated. According to him, he said Egypt was cheated. But we'll go for this quick musical break and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Picasso, Dombado, I've seen my dream girl. My honey, I will give you my money and anything you want from me. Too long, my heart been holding on. Are you a princess? The way you dress, I'm so impressed. Your Highness, I see you through my mirror, just like Cinderella. Under one umbrella, two of us will be together forever and ever. We share same things in common. We born the same day, we from the same place. We share same races. Praise God for working miracles. I've seen my dream girl. Dream girl, come into my life and change my whole world. Dream girl, come into my life and change my whole world now. I never thought of getting married, and never thought of making family. Cause I'm a playboy, a hustler, a real boy. My life has made a change. Eventually, I met this woman. Dream changed to reality. I feel like getting married. I feel like having family. Solemnly, I swear, you the woman that took my misery. When I fell asleep, I've been looking for you since creation. Dream girl, come into my life and change my whole world. Dream girl, come into my life and change my whole world now. to me. You're the only one I choose. Dream girl, among the trillions of girls. Mama, mama, I need my own girl. My chocolate, my darling, my sweetie. Come on, mama, mama, I need my own girl. Shirena, Katrina, Paulina, and Hannah. Mama, mama, I need my own girl. Teresa, Elisha, Melissa, and Tita. Mama, mama, I need my own girl. Dream girl, come into my life and change my whole world. My dream girl, my only dream girl. Dream girl, come into my life and change my whole world. Welcome to my world. Dream girl, come into my life and change my whole world. I love them girls. Dream girl, come into my life and change my whole world. Come on, girl. My dream girl, my only dream girl. Welcome to my world. To my life and change my whole world. My dream girl, my only dream girl. Dream girl, come into my life and change my whole world. Welcome to my world. Dream girl. That's it. Ooh, girl. La 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 la. Picado, the boy Noy. Yeah. Foundation, baby. You'll have to set this for ringtone. Girl, you turn me up and you turn me down. You play me low. Girl, you turn me up and you turn me down. You play me low. You make my lips so sweet and then you wipe it out. Play me low. You make my lips so sweet and then you wipe it out. You wanna call me man? Go when I feel weekend. With my $1,000,000 chain on my neck, I'ma call me on it. When I buy you diamond ring, you even give me smile when I'm talking shit. When I'm broke, call me scrub. Disrespect me whenever I call. Keep on frowning, give me attitude. You always changing color like chameleon. Black and white, green and blue. 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 Chameleon. You know what it means? The neck I put a trust in you. Go us the world there just to make you great. And you know the neck I'm making dollar. And every time you asking him for 5 more. When he can I give it, then you change your dollar. And even put it into the fire. From rock and roll, even soul to soul, and you can go black and white, green and blue. Chameleon. You wanna kill my soul? You grant me and blue. Chameleon. Black and white, green and blue. Chameleon. Black and white, green and blue. Chameleon. Black. That's it. And white, green and blue. Chameleon. Black and white, green and blue. Chameleon. Yeah, yo, big gotta turn me up, man. Look at how you acting, passing Pamela, you know me. Damn, man, I told you you know me. Listen, the thing you doing ain't call for. Ask somebody, son, you how you somebody daughter. The first you ever went to supermarket, I the born to the boutique, the born Swiss commission. When I was spending all the money, who you used to call your honey. Don't be shit, ain't I mean, man? Like the coat of many colors, you change from one to the other. Oh, you bleaching, I see why your color just changing. Red, white, blue.
You are too for chameleon. You a liar, cheater, plus you deceitful. You made me believe woman is the root to all evil. Digger, green snake and green grass. Quick to change, soon you get in water, you turn to fish. You too fine to be having such a bad attitude. If you continue like this, no man will marry you.
Sometimes I know you really acting nice and cool, but I don't even know how you change your mood. Everything, it doesn't matter how you do your thing, but see what life will bring. Sometimes I really know you acting nice and cool, but I don't even know how you change your mood. Everything, it doesn't matter how you do your thing, but let's see what life will bring. Black and white, bring you terminal. Come down, black and white, bring you terminal. Come down, black. You make my wife so sweet and bring you out and out. Come down, black. You make my wife so sweet and bring you out and out. Come down.
And giving instruction as though they are the men in this country. And we are 30 men and women here that holds a job that nobody has. Yeah, to take critical decisions and do critical thinking on behalf of our people. And you find one small man in the corner insulting us. You know why he takes to come and be a senator here? One small man in the corner will just sit there and insult you and go and intimidate it anytime. I can't be accountable to the job, but that can affect man. There are laws that govern this state. And if you are caught in that net, you should be punished for it. You should be punished for it. I strongly believe yes, that person, I don't know him in particular, I owe nothing against him, but the fact that he followed the code of conduct and he has violated, he shouldn't go implicated. Even if you're working in Credit County, he should come and we should set precedent. For our own, not before, we have to set precedent. If they require that he come before us for due process, then of course, if it doesn't require the executive, more especially Senator Bani, you represent the executive here. Yes, I'm talking to him also. Remember, he needs to understand that law. You have a critical role to play because the executive attacking the Senate. All the time, senators are complaining here. Nobody has attacked me, but senators have been complaining here that executive members are attacking them. And then you need to inform us or take some action or encourage the executive to take some action. If not, then we fight for ourselves by bringing them here and charging for some contempt and put them in jail, even if it is 1 hour. So you have some respect for us. But every time you find one senator complaining, the other executive member has insulted us, the other person has insulted us, and we laugh about it, and everybody go home. And it continues to happen. This is a bad precedent that we are setting, and we must change it now, not later than now. Thank you.
Boy.
Thank you.
Pro Tem, distinguished senators, I want to thank Senator Snow for raising this issue on other matters. The Pro Tem is unfortunate, very, very unfortunate, that 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, all of us that helped to bring this government to power saw what drugs issued in this country. And Samuel Nangwe, who happened to be one of those that served honorably as a national campaign manager, and I did all the different ratings on the Kush issue, on all the drugs-related issues. And we had it on placards everywhere we went. We began to question this Senate about our stand on interrogating officials that are handling this drug matter on behalf of the Liberian people. It's just unfortunate. And the Liberian people will begin to lose confidence in all of us. For the fact that today, when you are not in chair or when you are not in power, you say all the worst. Then when you are there, when issue that you propaganda on positively in the interest of the Liberian people comes back in your administration, then you tend to pay blind eyes and start to question people who have constitutional authority to even ask a judge what you think. That's our oversight, responsibility. And I think, Protem, honor your watch. We should not be allowed to be told this is what the Rescue Mother Rain campaign on. And today, people in your own government trying to question or gabble. We should not be allowed to be carried in history in a negative way. I think it's about time. Samuel was not outside of this country, but we ran campaign. He was with us. He knows exactly what we told the Liberian people. And for him to be now the guy sitting on social media and questioning a $19 million drug, that's not a small thing in this country. And he questioning us. I think it's unfortunate. And it is happening at the right time. Honor your gavel. Because I know what it took to get this government where it is today. And for somebody to question the gavel, and and that person was part of that thing, I think we should set a classic example. Classic example. I am not. I'm encouraging classic example on this thing. So I want to thank him. He's not a different person. He's not somebody that was outside. He was not somebody in the diaspora sitting there. He was right here with us in all of the different activities. He was on the propaganda team. So he knows exactly what we said. And when we are defending what we said in here to protect the Liberian people interest, I think he can't be the one to question our authority. I want us to take it very serious and let us approach it so that we set an example. We can't be here when we're in opposition, we say the first thing. Then when we come to power, something that we campaigned against yesterday, then we start to sugarcoat it to question people that want to dig deep into some of the things that happen. I think it's unfair to the Liberian people. We can't purpose that. Thank you.
No MOU agreement. Senator Daba Fagna, followed by Chief Smith.
Thank you very much, Protem, for your leadership on this issue, and thank you, Senator Smith, for bringing this up. You see, as we started discussing the issue, my mind went back to 2024. It is not just now or Sam or Nangwe, whoever he is, that is attacking us or doing our job, and not just us. But a pattern that I have seen in Liberia, I think it's a disservice to the very executive that they claim to be saying. When you look at the Ministry of Information and you consider the mandate of that ministry, I think currently they are operating outside that mandate. For the number of times that officials within that ministry
John, you want to bring us on?
Intended to educate the Liberian people on the good work that this government is doing, to provide information
Mr.
about
O,
and key government policies, and divert to attacking individuals who view this.
Welcome back, and thank you for also being there with us here. It's great to have you back, and welcome to the show. See you. What's up with our man? Is he
Yeah,
trying
our
to?
man, our man, our man coming. He will come up. He will come on. But I think we can just go ahead and have our regular discussion. When he joins us, then we can get in. If not, we'll just call it a day. But welcome to the show, Dr. Siawati Zoga 12. How you doing, Chief? I mean, you can be wearing necklace when they see you not wearing necklace. Oh. That's on the front.
Yeah, how are you, CEO? Good evening to Gina. I don't know, when the guys coming to graduate now, the whole morphology can be quite different because,
Oh, the lawyer there. Eh?
yeah, I mean, the gentleman, either he wears coat or he's in a hardcore African attire. So
Yeah.
it's good to be back. I was driving going home and I listened to you guys analyzing the game,
Yeah.
how it ended and all of that. For me, what I can say is that the taste of the football game now is not as before. That's what I would say, because what made the game more prestigious now, I think, is lost in its taste. What happened to Egypt today? It was a broad day hijacking. I think it was a coup. It was if it was in the military, we would say it was a coup because that goal, game the football game is led by, and the momentum, the momentum at a given point in time. Those are all that play the quizzing game. That's how it is when you are leading. Sometimes the exuberance alone can just bring some answer to you. You and your guys when you are consolidating. But what happened today? EJ was leading up to, I think, 70 some more minutes. So when the guys scored that goal, they denied it. I don't know on what ground they denied Egypt of that.
Yeah, I just saying he's gonna picture of him. People post it for me.
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, I think people want to appease, FIFA, because I think the darling ball of FIFA. I'm not saying this because we are, for me personally, because I'm a Ronaldo fan. No, I do love Messi. Messi is a very good player, even on the national team.
Also, guys, what you saying is true. You don't have to say sorry for that. I
because
what
what?
you're saying.
Yeah, because football to me, from the time I started, following football for the last 20 some more years now, from what I saw and what I've been seeing or recent, it's just disappointing because from when you look at the composition of the team, just imagine you will get to know that FIFA is actually helping, the guys, because just look at the game from Cape Verde. You get to know that Argentina is not really too strong at the front.
No.
They are not even the defense. Their goalkeeper is one person that is not even doing well because Egypt goalkeeper tore the game, the entire Egypt on his arm. But
You see that? Celtic, look at the FIFA president reaction when Egypt was up.
Yeah.
Egypt was leading. See the reaction, right?
See?
So this right here tells you everything about the game. The man
even Cape Verde game, similar photo like that. Because Cape Verde, I mean, Argentina always come from the back. Always come from the back. Always come from the back from the 30 to round of 16. They always come from the back. And football should be whether you war best or who. I mean, you have to go out. That's the game. The game is now a mercy game where because Jinping is the best player, he needs to be on the field. No, the game is a game. That's why the issue of racism and the issue of status and all of that, people speak against it. So that means once you are not world best or you don't have certain name, to beat a big name, now it becomes a problem in FIFA. So to me, the entire game actually is actually lost in its taste. And another side too of it is that the African team too need to do well.
Yeah.
I think one of the things too they are doing is they play the game. Sometimes cheating will be, but when you stay your ground, because at some point you are leading. Why is it you are all I don't know whether they were also looking for more goals. That's why I didn't understand about them. Everybody just playing randomly as they looking for goal. At that point now, in the 70 to 80 minutes, to 80 some more minutes now to 90 minutes, they were defending that goal. But I mean, that's Africa. That's how we play the game. If you look at even Ghana game against England, they play when they were playing the last game, they play against England. But the last game, you could not see what really Ghana put up. That's why Asamoah Gyan said, he said, I mean, they expected more of Ghana in this game than when they were playing England. They were play the same way they play England. So most of our African team, I think sometimes I don't know, it's a phobia or what can really come in the game. I don't understand. But I think they need to double up because as you speak, I think only Morocco now is the only, I mean, African team now in the tournament, if I stand to be corrected so far. But
So I agree with you on the point that the African teams sometimes they neglect. That was the example I was setting with Senegal earlier on. You already leading the game up to the almost 80 minutes, let me say so. Now you left with less than
up to
20
80
minutes,
minutes. Yeah, you're correct.
less than 20 minutes to play on the field. And you let someone to score 3 goals on you in less than 20 minutes. And I'm adding extra time to this. Less than 20 minutes, you let someone to But when the camera flashed to FIFA president event, I was when I saw this reaction, I was like, what is going on? This was
Yeah.
the point. This was the point. I think when Egypt scored their, I think was it the first goal? I think it was the first goal or the setting goal that led to him giving up this reaction. But again, that's the beauty of the game. And I think for the past time, I've observed that each time FIFA take this kind of competition to the US, it happened with the FIFA World Cup. We saw it. We saw how that World Cup was being played. The FIFA World Cup was being played. We FIFA Club World Cup, I mean, and then now we're seeing it again with this particular World Cup. For me, my very big disappointment in this entire game that is playing was the game between Paraguay and France. Not a single card was given to Paraguay. All of us saw that game. We saw the way Paraguay played the game, but not a single yellow card.
Yeah, because they want France out so Messi can win. That's why they want France out so Messi can win. But I lie. The thing that they're doing, they're lucky to get thing they're doing. By the time they get to the real boys, they will knock them out.
I think France next game should be Morocco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
France will play Morocco.
So it's going to be a beautiful game to watch. Really, really beautiful game. These are the guys that are playing almost the same league. Morocco team is not a team to look down on, and I think Morocco will qualify from that stage because the way the guys play, they play with relaxation. They don't
Morocco kick Germany out, right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean Canada.
So I don't know if they can beat France though, because the Frenchmen and
it will be one of the beautiful games to watch because the French squad know how to play professional football. Likewise, the squad of Morocco. So it's going to be one of the best games ever to see. And this time around, I don't think FIFA will do anything or the referee will do anything to make the game look
because their interest is not there. Their interest is on the other side.
So it will be a beautiful game to watch, and I'm rooting for Morocco. I'm rooting for them, and I know because the kind of performance those guys have from their defense to the midfield to the attack. The same thing with France. It will be one. I think I should call the game the El Clasico of the World Cup so far, in my opinion.
It will be hard for Morocco to beat France because the French team is built to win, and their style of playing and everything is very challenging to defeat them. Unlike Argentina, has just been helped by the way they can't even get back, keep very good, and then they even cheated Egypt to even go. Tonight, the other guys that are playing, the Argentina will be, either of them. Argentina will go through because they're playing Colombia or Switzerland. So they'll still go. They'll go to semifinals. That's where I think they might stay. But yeah, so I want to talk about what happened in District 5 with Honorable Gompu Kagwan. Say what happened there with
Well,
exposition.
I mean,
So let me lead it busy.
Yeah, little
You know,
business. Yeah, you been reading about it.
let's have a
Business.
wonderful conversation. But again, the CMC received a very massive endorsement in District 5 with former representative candidate and also a former development superintendent of Nima County, Riley Myers, joining the CMC. I think the CMC is on a mission in Nima to take away all the sedition from their camp and send them over to the CMC. But while they were on the tour in District number 5, I'm told they are still on the tour. They will be finishing on Sunday. The National Executive Committee, something like that, NEC, they made 2 appointments, and one of those appointments has to do with the position of Gompu Kagon. So I don't know whether this was intentional. I don't know whether this was a mistake. But the fact that we have
the man left in an area where no I didn't think he
the
man went to a place where no internet, and then by the time internet, everybody job on.
So you can get somebody occupying a position. This is where I don't understand. I'm seeing a lot of posts from some of the CMC officials. They are saying it was a mistake and all of that. How can you have a position that is being occupied by someone? And it's not just any kind of position. It's, I don't know, waiting for recruitment and membership, something like
that. They switched the position. I thought it said they move into mobilization instead of recruitment.
No, they took it for him. Absolutely. They took the position for him. There were 2 appointments made.
Then switch, then gave something different?
No, there was no switch. Nobody know what led to the removal. So the speculation have been in the media that maybe there is an internal dispute between the political leader and Gompu Kagon. So it almost like, how do I term it? I don't know, I should say a coup d'etat, or you take the man and carry him to District 5.
Carry him to District 5 to our home. Lead man, go there.
This is exactly what happened with the speaker removal of the House of Representatives. President Joseph Boakai and former Speaker General Kofa traveled out of the country. Before he came back, there has already been a plot to remove him.
To Booyah, where no internet, nothing. Even though our lawmaker got some the Chinese light in there, they carry men to internet area, they do all the recruiting, people joining. By the time the man could come back to the internet area, his job gone. But Sarah, what's your take on that? You heard about it. What's your take? You sticking or something?
Yeah.
What is most shocking, Sarah, before you come in, what is most shocking is that the CMC have not come up with another statement. So I'm getting to believe that this was done intentionally and they meant to remove Gompu Kagon. Because if this was a honest mistake and you did a release yesterday and now we are into another day, it could have been figured out and they would have done a statement immediately, effectively, calling that a mistake. But since then, the CMC have never released any other statement to say, oh, this was a mistake. It means they still stand with their appointment. It means they stand with it. Whether this is a shift or this is this or this is that, we don't know. So as it stands, Gompu Kagon is no longer the mobilization, the chairman for membership and mobilization.
Let me see, because I didn't see. I only saw that thing on my thinking test post, and you're laughing at man. But I didn't see. I didn't see the details of it. So, have you? What's your take on it? Any additional information? Have you talked to Gompu?
No, I haven't spoken to Honorable Kagon, but before I come in with this thing, I would like to lay the basis. I think few months ago, on the issue with Honorable Kagon and the likes of Mike Blion, I made my position very clear that there's a internal wrangling within the CMC. And I said we should watch out for more because you see, political party is difficult to manage. Meaning as political, you see, that's why you see Senator Johnson always used to take his political party to himself. But once you want to run a political party on a level playing field, give people positions, that are fit to run these positions, and people who you think can run the positions. But when you have people who have ego, that's another thing. Because from my understanding, if it was because what on Okagon wrote, and I read some part of it today, was that he wasn't communicated to
Maybe he
about.
took it down because I checked his page. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I think the screenshot is in one of our chat room here, but I'll copy it. I think he took it down, but
Yeah, he took it down.
yeah, but from what I read, I don't know why is he also taking his post down. He should be man enough. The first thing is you are serving a political party. The party I don't agree with what kind of treatment. Because the first thing the man serve a political party, the man is the national vice chair for recruitment. From his right
So,
today, from what
Charity, the political leader of CMC wants to do some clarification. Maybe we can put him on the line
He's
and
I see him
let's
saying booyah.
okay. Let me try to get him. But Charity,
so
go ahead.
so the oh, okay. No, I thought you were putting honorability on the line. So my point here is that Gian, I think on Okagon, he needs to be a little. He need to put on that jacket. I know on Okagon when he takes his side, he takes his side. But I feel that is a repeated disrespect now to his character. He's now a robust politician as some of these radical guys are. But from what I see, I think the chairman or whosoever in the party sees on Okagon, maybe I don't know how they see him, but they should know that he have a very huge constituent as well. Because the gentleman few months ago, you were in the car wahala, and then at the end of the day, on Okagon be the person he is, he said nothing is happening. He gave the car, he defended the party. He didn't come out, as other people came out. Now, today, the man, quote unquote, is being replaced. They said from what I know, I think Gombu should be the chairman of both.
Charity, I beg you, let's hold you there. We have the political leader of
Hello?
the Citizen Movement for Change on the line. Good evening, honorability.
Good evening.
Well, it's great to have you on here this evening to speak to the NEMA people. We are calling to inquire from you as to the two appointments made by your political party. We are told that one of those positions was being occupied by Honorable Gompu El Kagon. Can you give us a little details about this appointment and why Gompu was relieved from his position?
Thank you, Gian, and good evening to the people of Nimba County. The information circulating around is misleading and is intended to distract from the many positive activity of the CMC in the county. Sometime last year, when Honorable Gompu Kagon and Honorable Magriwan were appointed, the party inadvertently added recruitment to the both of their portfolio inadvertently. So, as you may be aware, Honorable Mark Blumen was appointed as vice chair for mobilization and recruitment. And then Honorable Gombu Kagon was also appointed as vice chair for membership and recruitment. So therefore, both of them in the letter, which I can send you a copy tonight, that were written to them at the initial point of appointment, had a membership, had one position shared between the both of them in addition to their position. So we didn't do anything. What we just did was that when the new person was being replaced in place of Mark Blumen, now we did not add the other title that was given to Mike Blue. So we only put the person there as vice chair for mobilization because that title was a double title. So in correcting that, so we appointed Honorable Kagon to the position that has been initially and purposely designated for him. He has not been removed as vice chair for recruitment.
So Mr. Vanny Kadi was appointed as assistant secretary for membership. Isn't this position that was being occupied by Gompo Kagon?
Gompo is a vice chair. He's not assistant secretary.
Okay.
He's vice chair. His most assistant secretary is way below the secretary general. Gompo is vice chair for recruitment, not assistant secretary.
Oh, okay. Great.
Okay. He's an executive committee member and he's vice chair for recruitment.
Thank you.
That is his position.
Thank you.
So, and that has not changed.
I'm seeing it within the letter here.
An interpreted thing that we just removed one of it was for both the mobilization position and his position. And we corrected it, but Gompo is and has always been vice chair for recruitment. So nothing has changed.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chief. Thank you for those clarities. I think we are seeing it within the letter, but then we try misunderstanding the Vanny Kadi appointment as occupying the position.
Vanny is assistant secretary.
Okay.
So he is not anywhere near Gompo's position.
So why do you think this misinformation is going around in Nimba that Gompo has been relieved of his position?
Politics.
It's false and misleading. Unfortunately, it should never have reached this place where it is unfortunate. It's false and misleading. The party has made the necessary correction internally, and as far as we are concerned, that matter has been closed.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chief.
I was District 5, but man, let me ask my chief. I was District 5.
District 5, we enjoy it. But we stay on it. We're going there Sunday.
Don't forget Ruto.
We want to blow late. And then we visited really my massive, turnout. We are quietly achieving our goals. That is to get out of the noise in Nimba and get directly to the citizens. CMC, that's what we call citizen movement for change. We are going directly to the people on the ground, in the villages, in the towns, doing what we have to do. So that's what we call citizen movement. This party is about the citizen. It's not about anything other than citizen. So we enjoy the chief, and your district highly, welcome us, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, the people that are good. So before I let you go, we'll get you on the platform that we would like to ask. The statement around that is being stated that you made it regarding District 5 being the most underdeveloped district in Nimba. Is that something you actually said? If so, why you said that?
Yes, I said that. District 5, I remember IFA had to, you know IFA, right?
Mm-hmm.
IFA had to intervene in bringing some relief to the people of District 5. And then also, we had that Lepula bridge that's been there for the last 30 years. It has not been repaired. And that's a major connection between the people and the towns and villages beyond that town, which we are now going to complete before Christmas. And yes, I mean, the NDA, in politics, that is the fact. It is one of the hard to reach and hard to move about this, especially during the rainy season. Thankfully, a substantial intervention by IFA And there's some work. There's some work being done by the current representative, which we must commend. And during the election period, Honorable Boris Balia also did some work. So all of those have brought the district to life, and we are moving there along with our team. Look, we are the biggest conglomeration of stakeholders in District 5 right now. You have Alfonso Miamen, you have Morelli Maya, now you have Boris Balie. We are, and we're not stopping there. The Reverend, the one Reverend, very powerful Reverend, join us. I forgot. Oh God, I forgot his name.
Is that Reverend Booming?
Believe he's one.
Reverend Booming?
In Bloomday, he's John Ottenbury. He's in this medical. He's in this medical mission that we're going to join him and bring medical relief, not just to District 5, but to the entire. I think Reverend Zachariah, if I'm not making
Yeah.
Zachariah.
Yeah, I saw him.
Zephaniah?
I think I'm Zephaniah.
Zephaniah, I think.
Tugbe, right? I think Zephaniah.
Yeah, very powerful. He joined us officially. We pay him, and so we are creating a garrison in District 5, which we believe, will make a huge difference for the CMC. That's what we believe in now. That we can distract us. When one party move people, they announce that we move them, man. We move nobody. Popo is one of the pillars of CMC. Not just in Nimakande, he's holding a national position. Then somebody take assistant secretary general position. The man is assistant secretary for membership. That position, those are the people that work under the secretary general. It's not even nowhere near the vice chair. Yeah.
But
this question to you, Chief. Let me ask you this question. You've said on multiple occasions that you will replace all of the representatives in Nima County. Having visited District Number 5 and seen the work that the newly elected representative Koto Kwagu have done in a short period of time, do you think the CMC is capable of replacing him come 2029? If so, why?
First, like I said, CMC politics is different from all the other parties' politics. We don't close our eyes the way the Unity Party can do and criticize, even when there's no criticism needed. One of the first things I say is to applaud his effort. He's just coming. He's showing good, gesture towards his people. The thing is, representative job is not just about making bridge. It's about where you join to make decisions for the country. Koto is doing well development-wise, but he's part of the rescue team, and they are all making all the bad decisions for the country. And if we want to change people to bring good governance, for instance, or the Midwestern thing, we want to stand about it, but it doesn't mean because I'm opposed to him, and when he does something right, I'm not talking. We want to get rid of that kind of politics. Honestly speaking, I have to say, if he was not in the rescue team, he was going to give a hard time. But the all people in the rescue team, they will be replaced. The people tired with them because they lied to them. It's just unfortunate for Koto, honestly.
Thank you.
He's doing well for his people, but hey, the people are going to reject all of that just by association. Not for his own, he's going to be punished by association.
So you say he's caught in a crossfire?
Yeah.
You're saying he's caught in a crossfire? All right, great. Siawate, you can ask your question there before we let the chief to go.
Yeah, John. So the information for disclaimer, I think some of us argument was not about assistant secretary. I don't know whether the CMC read the position from Honorable Kagon this morning, because from his post, he said he was not contacted, and the position as a mobilization, it was taken from him and making a recruitment chairman. So he said, he was disrespected by that, and also the chairman are always intimated to him personally that there are dominance of Nimbayans in the party. So he's fighting from all angles to make sure that people who are holding top position in the CMC and be casted out. So he made a very long write out today. I don't know whether the CMC did read that position from Okagon.
Yeah, it's such a way. I don't know where you're reading that thing from. Gombo was never ever mobilization vice chair. Never. Gombo has been vice chair for recruitment. I said we had membership in his title and membership in Mark Brewan title. So we extracted it. But he maintained his position as recruitment vice chair. The second thing is, look, Nimba Kante, the chairperson, I want you to listen to this. The chairperson the political leader of the party is from Nimba Kante. The vice chair of the party is from Nimba Kante. I got it. The Gompu Kagon is from Nimba Kante. Larry Yonkoi is from Nimba Kante. Regional head, the person that runs the three regions in the Women Congress is from Nimba Kante. You understand what the person, the auxiliary head of the entire country, the auxiliary head is from Nimba Kante. You understand? The women Congress chair is the Nimbayan. I mean, what are we talking? Well, I want to make it clear and clear again. As much as all these people are from Nimba Kante, CMG is not a Nimba Kante party. CMG is a Republic of Liberia party. No one can win election by just creating into you want how to operate like the way MDR operating. We can't operate like that. We can't operate like that. We are a national party. There's sufficient representation. The highest decision maker in the party. The advisory council, the coordinator of the advisory council, Harrison Luo, is from Nimba Kante. These are people, all of these people are from Nimba Kante. In the United States, the USA and Canada chair is from Nimba Kante.
Victoria.
Thank you.
You want to come? But you tell me now, let me just move all the party to Nimba.
The man want you to be happy for.
Thank you,
in
Chief.
the first place, with all these different people in the position that I just named, and not only that, in the executive committee, we have many more Nimbayans occupying these positions, all in the party. The dominant position from Lupa Kante, the chairman is from Lupa Kante, nobody else.
Thank you.
Okay, Cape Mark Kante, the secretary general is from Cape Mark Kante. And now the guy that we appointed to be vice chair for membership is from Cape Mark Kante. That's it. The other people got to come and take their own space now. I mean, Nimba is represented.
Thank you, Chief. Sewate, is that okay from your end?
Yeah, let you go.
No, I think it's okay. We're now hosting. I think he called to provide information.
Thank you so much for the clarity. We needed that too as well, because the position we saw in the letter we saw, some like me personally.
The communication that came out that say Gompu say is not authentic.
Okay.
At the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, I just gave you the CMC position. And the other position is just speculation.
Thank you.
Gompu has not been removed. We even released a press statement today.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you so much.
I think you saw that press statement, right?
Yeah.
I'm checking on your page to see the CMC page to see the statement.
I will send it to you now while we're here. We released a press statement.
Okay, Chief. Thank you. Thank you so much for making that clarification here this evening. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's it there. I think all of us needed that clarification instead of us maybe speculating. For me, I actually thought that Gompu position was taken from him, and because all the things that I saw, other people writing, other people making analysis of that, and what got me a little bit convinced was Armstrong Kubaselekpo, who is the political advisor, when he wrote saying that what happened was a mistake, Gompu position will be reinstated to him. So now I got a little convinced that, okay, Gompu position has been taken from him. So now making a clarification that Gompu is not the Assistant Secretary General for Mobilization, I think that's really okay, and we needed that.
Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, so I think unfortunately our guest is not joining us because he got stuck in traffic and he hasn't been able to contact us yet. So we'll try to reschedule him and bring him on the next time. We want to apologize to our followers. We'll be back here tomorrow. We have like I said, our sister from Nimba, Moriah, Sis Moriah. She will be joining us tomorrow. She's going to be our guest. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll have a wonderful show, as you guys already know. She's someone that stands out there, and someone highly respected and wealth of knowledge. So we'll be learning a lot from her. We are proud to host our sister too from there as well. So we'll be having a good show tomorrow. We will look forward to having all of you on here. So it has been a great show. I want to say thanks to you and Sarah as well for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, CEO. Thank you for being here. Sarate, final word from you before we go.
Yeah, Jion, I know the political leader spoke, and politics is a deep game. And from what I know, and the kind of person I know on Okagon to be is that when he takes his side, he takes his side. The chairman or the political leader spoke, but one thing that I really wanted to understand, and we could not have the time, I think either the chairman of the party will need to come so that he can provide the necessary information, because I don't know what's the organic grain of the party or what the party structure seems to be like. For me, my argument was not about Okagon being assistant secretary or misplaced for assistant secretary. No, Okagon and Mark Rowe, because when you read the communication that was posted and deleted today, was that the recruitment is a we can say attachment to the mobilization and position, right? So now you have the question I wanted to ask was whether they had now two separate vice chair now. So you got vice chair for mobilization.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They get vice chair for recruitment.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So according to him, Mark Leon position had two different titles attached to it. So what they did now was to remove that title and then just leave it with one title, and then appointed a new guy who they just appointed, and then Gompu Kagon to also stay with his title. But what I sense here is that Gompu really didn't, in my opinion, no disrespect to him, apparently he didn't understand the letter, like me, myself, and maybe those of whom that think like me, maybe he didn't understand the letter. That's why he released that statement. But one of the things he said within his statement there that I think we also need to get to the chairman of the party. I don't know, this is political decision, is the chairman have told him that they are doing reshuffling, that most of the top officials are from Nima. And if you check it up too, it's true. Because the former Secretary General is from Nima, Gompu is from Nima, the USA president is from Nima, the Mark was from Nima. So all these people were from Nima. It was like a Nima party. So reshuffling, I don't think would be a bad thing. But again, that's political party. We are only here to disseminate information and make things clear when they are not. So let's hear from you shortly, and let's call it a night, Chief.
Yeah, so that's the interpretation of the CMC anyway. But that position, mobilization, I don't know. Do you do mobilization in the absence of recruitment?
No, the people that made their clarification.
No, listen. What happening today, right, is just because Okagon is not a radical, politician, so to speak. But for me, if I was in that position and then you say you restructure in my position, it's just a clear message that, you know, probably I'm incapacitated to do that job. That why they are trying to, what the CMC is doing to Kagona, they are tuning the conversation, because vast year for recruitment, they get vast year for mobilization. I don't know what's the different role the both positions will be playing. Mobilization.
So let me help you. So recruitment can be different. Mobilization, it can serve different functions. So they are not exactly the same. So if the people that know that thing, they say.
No, why I'm trying to that's certain thing I'm trying to figure out here. Vast year for recruitment, and then vast year for mobilization. So, CEO, you trying to tell me? I understand you trying to tell me that the role mobilization and recruitment, they are distinct. But in my opinion, in that role, so the mobilization, there will be mobilization, there be recruiting. At that point.
So that's what happens. So recruitment is about bringing new people into the party, so that person, the function of mobilization, is about mobilizing people that are already in the party, creating activities and moving things here and there from other part of the country. So folks that are already in the party, you know, the mobilization vice chair take care of that. Any other activities. Recruitment has to do with new people that are coming to the party.
So, for example, the way they are going to District 5, the mobilization chairman is the one that do everything. Why they
no. They're going to District 5 now, it will be recruitment. It can be
no. When they're going now with their members, when they're going with existing members, it is mobilization that do all of those things. But when they arrive there to get new members, and then recruitment goes in.
So, okay, before we go, so that means when CMC going now, you got two chairmen.
Yeah, you got two vice chair.
Yeah, you get two vice chair now to go play that role. The man who responsible to bring new people, and the man who carry new people, and the old people will be on ground too to play the same role.
So the man who carry old people, the man who preparing all the old, for example, mobilization will say, hey, Lofa County, we need 16 persons to go all in Nima. Bon County, we need 10 persons to go all in Nima. But once they arrive in Nima now, recruitment chairman or vice chairman for recruitment will go around now to recruit new people. Once the new people come on board,
you gotta remember that recruitment is not only boxed into everybody going with it at the same time. Recruitment vice chair function is very, you know, he recruiting every day. He going on a personal trip, he recruiting anywhere he goes, he recruit. The other recruiting event that he may have to plan and all that one is different. So, and then with the mobilization chair, he's already in the party. His goal is to make sure that every other activity is mobilized, is done right away.
So now we can say the mobilization is for internal, and the recruitment is for external.
For new,
very good.
For new people.
Let's take it that way. External. Let's take it that way.
No, let's see. New people recruiting is bringing new people.
So mobilization chairman is more of making sure that all the members stay within the party. Recruitment is making sure that new member comes to the party. They're thinking of it in that direction.
So that two being together, on our Okagon could not fit in that, right? They got to split it.
They are two different.
No, it already split before. It was split.
All right.
Anyway, thank you for being here tonight. A wonderful conversation. I want to say thank you to Christine Brown, Senior, Jairus Carter, Junior, Melvin Flomo, Aloysius Alexander, Tintin, and the rest of the folks that were listening to us here this evening. It has been a wonderful conversation. Catch you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.